morning and thanks for joining us on News 4 Today. I'm Lindsey Nance and we also have Kirk Harnack here tracking that ever-changing weather. Please give us some good news. Yesterday was just muggy.
It was.
One person is dead after an officer-involved shooting. It happened during a traffic stop along Clarksville Pike early Saturday morning. Today we're breaking down exactly what happened just moments before the shooting. Police tell us an officer pulled a car over that had an unregistered license plate. The passenger got out with 2 knives and started running at the officer. Officer Christopher Royer told him to drop the knives, but the man kept running at him. That's when Royer shot the man. Nashville police say the driver was compliant. They tell us they don't know why the passenger acted the way he did. Chief Drake was also asked why a taser wasn't used. He said this was a lethal situation and you can't use a less lethal force here. The officer involved is on administrative assignment following the shooting. We do want to point out, though, that this happens anytime an officer uses deadly force. This morning, News 4's Danielle Jackson is working for you, sharing reaction from the community following this incident. Chief Drake said the man's actions were bizarre and the TBI has taken over the investigation. Now, this is Nashville's 4th officer-involved shooting just this year. In January, an officer shot a suspect wanted for robbery. This was at a gas station on Brick Church Pike. The TBI says the victim ignored verbal commands and he displayed a gun. The man survived his injuries. The next 2 shootings happened on the same day. The first also happened there on Brick Church Pike. We know that Officer Josh Baker pulled over a car that belonged to a man who has 6 outstanding warrants. 31-year-old Nika Holbert was behind the wheel. The TBI reports that after some interaction that you see there, shots were fired. Holbert was killed and the officer sent to the hospital. Hey there, Nashville. Man, you look good this morning. Here's a live look out at Centennial Park. It was cloudy, but forward meteorologist Kirk Harnack says everything will be cleared out pretty soon. Now on 4, police need your help finding a person who may be connected to a murder. It happened in Murfreesboro yesterday at the House of Hummus on Middle Tennessee Boulevard. Police say this man on your screen here, Apollo Cantrell, is wanted for questioning. Officials say they found Brielle Webb dead in the parking lot. Developing now, a Nashville man is found dead on the side of I-65 in Kentucky, and a woman is arrested in connection to his death. A close friend of the man spoke with News 4's Alexandria Adams about who Patrick Washington was and the shock she feels after learning he was killed. This morning, people are remembering longtime state senator THELMA HARPER for many things. She tackled major projects, held a famous yearly Easter egg hunt, and yeah, of course, everyone knows the hats that became her trademark. Now News 4's Forrest Sanders talks to a close friend of Harper about the powerful legacy she leaves. It's now been 3 years since the deadly Waffle House shooting in Antioch. Back in 2018, 4 people were killed and several others were hurt when a gunman opened fire inside of the restaurant. This happened early on a Sunday morning. The accused gunman was tackled by someone inside the store. He ran away from the scene shortly after the shooting. Now, if you drive by that Waffle House, crosses honoring the victims still remain there to this day. Hey, heads up. Vaccine centers across the U.S. have once again started giving out the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. On Friday, the CDC and FDA ruled that the benefits of the vaccine far outweigh the risks. But the vaccine now comes with a warning about its infrequent side effects of blood clots. I'm Lindsey Nance, and we also have Kirk Harnack here telling us plenty of dad jokes this morning and tracking that weather coming through.
Good morning, everyone.
All right, here's a bummer. The cost of cars is rising, so if you're looking to buy one, you might have some trouble. Hold on, though. If you're thinking of selling, this could be a good time. All right, mental note there, sedans, the ones to buy. Now on 4, get those big hats ready, ladies. Kentucky Derby Week is here. Churchill Downs is getting ready to bring people back to watch the historic race. The entire town of Louisville is stepping up its game, offering derbygoers the best of the best as they make their way into town. City leaders hope the race will spark tourism. All right, here's a kind of wild story. Train conductors check for items people leave behind, right? Well, one conductor found something he wasn't expecting. Listen to this. A train conductor in New York hit the jackpot. He found a bag full of diamond rings. Are you kidding me? He did some digging and found out that the bag belonged to a jeweler, so no, he couldn't keep them. Over 30 rings were found, bringing the total cost to about $100,000. Wow. Kirk, I mean, could you imagine? Hop on a train, getting ready to go, and then just 30 diamond rings sitting right there.
Oh my goodness, what an incredible find.
Didn't even take one. Now on 4, a 12-year-old girl with autism is speaking out on Facebook about her experience with bullying. She's hoping to connect with others who feel the same way. News 4's Justina Latimer has the story. You know, I wish we just didn't have to deal with that bullying at all, but good job to Rainbow just absolutely turning that situation around, Kirk, and turning herself into a little author in the process.
Indeed.
The Metro Health Department continued their efforts to hold vaccination clinics throughout Nashville. They held a walk-in clinic yesterday at the Islamic Center of Tennessee. The city says they'll lift more restrictions once they hit the 40% mark of people being vaccinated. Doctors across the U.S. are now doing heart and lung transplants to save patients who have damaged organs from COVID-19. It's a new treatment, and so far very few hospitals are taking part in it. The few who got surgery have been battling the virus for months. Northern Texas was hit hard by scary storms. Look at this. You can see those videos of funnel clouds and possible tornadoes. 2 were confirmed, but crews are working to confirm another one right now. People in the area have a long cleanup ahead as they try and get back to normal. Now to this mess. This is left behind after some storms in southern Alabama. You can see those strong winds damaged a timber company there. They say it'll cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to rebuild. Schools were also damaged in the area. Many had portions of the roofs completely ripped off. Hundreds are without power this morning as they continue to clean up. And here's some more crazy weather video for you coming out of Texas. A man near Vernon, Texas was able to capture this. Look closely. A rainbow alongside a tornado. That is wild. We know at least 2 tornadoes touched down near the Texas-Oklahoma border. And get this, both of those happened within a half hour of each other. Kirk, if you don't mind, I would like to keep all of that mess out of Tennessee for right now at least.
That's like Mother Nature saying, look at this pretty thing. I'm gonna get you. Look at this pretty thing. I'm gonna get you.
Pretty much. Well, thanks to the Predators, Nashville has become a hotbed, or considering the sport, maybe a cold bed for youth hockey. Teenagers are willing to spend months far away from home to improve their chances of one day becoming an NHL star. News 4's Terry Bolger shows us. Ooh, it is football time in Tennessee. The Vols take the field for this year's spring game. We're sharing some of the highlights from yesterday's game. That's coming up next in sports. Congratulations to the Hunts there. All right, if you missed it earlier, no worries. Let's get one last check of the forecast, Kirk.
Lindsay.
So what I'm hearing there is we need to get on outside today. It's going to be a beautiful one.
Yes.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us on this Sunday morning. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and stay safe.